With the Syrian war in its 6th year, 11 million refugees have been displaced, forced to leave their homes, their cities, and move to another location, often another country. Similarly, since 2014, there have been 3.4 million Iraqi citizens displaced by fighting and internal conflict in that country. This past summer, the head of operations for Catholic Relief Services in Turkey visited Catholic Charities of the Diocese of Springfield to spread the message of the impact that war has had on one of the most vulnerable segments of the population, children. Cedric Schuker says Catholic Relief Services has been responding to the humanitarian crisis with efforts in southern Turkey, Lebanon, Jordan, and Iraq. Meeting with representatives of Catholic Charities, Schuker says it's important to know that when the war in Syria began, no one could have predicted its impact.
In the beginning of the crisis, refugees were forced to leave their homes thinking they might be back in a couple of weeks or in 1 month. So no one was ready to leave their homes and thinking that they won't be back. And now it's been 6 years so far.
Children, who make up more than half of Syrian as well as Iraqi refugees in the Middle East, are paying the heaviest price. Many have witnessed violence and the loss of homes or loved ones. The vast majority have been out of school for years. While the needs of the refugees continue to grow, CRS and its Caritas partners in the region are providing assistance with education, counseling, and care for children, as well as housing and livelihood support.
A lot of these children have gone through difficult traumas. First of all, they've been forced out of their environment into a new environment, an environment which is, in most cases, not welcoming to them, where they're seen as a burden.
Traumas like the one Miriam and her family experienced when they fled in 2014 as ISIS took over parts of Iraq. The family now has refugee status in Jordan, along with 60,000 other Iraqis and more than 1 million Syrians. Miriam says all she wants is to finish school and become someone in her life, to have peace and love. She wants to be a pediatrician because she says there is nothing more beautiful than children. With the help of Catholic Relief Services and their Caritas partner, programs are helping these children who have skipped at least a couple of years of school to integrate to a new educational system.
So what we're trying to do through our partners or through our centers is provide these children with catch-up courses, remedial courses to help them catch up with the other students, within the formal education sector.
Along with the effort to maintain educational standards for these refugee children, CRS is working to help fight some of the misconceptions while supporting the efforts of Pope Francis, who has appealed for an end to the violence and the peaceful resolution of hostilities in Syria.
These are people who want the exact same thing that everyone wants, everyone who has a family wants. They want to provide the best they can for their family, and currently they're in environments where they're not able to do that.
To learn more about the works of CRS, we have a link on our website at iobserve.org.